What's going on YouTube? My name is ginj-tcg or Chris, and today I'm back with another rogue deck list, and this one used to tear up the meta, but we haven't seen it in a bit. Miraidon EX. Honestly, I think this deck is kind of making a bit of a comeback, and I think it's pretty well positioned as of right now. With the tandem unit ability, you may search your deck for up to 2 basic electric Pokemon and put them on your bench. Photon Blaster, not a bad attack swing for 220, can take some big Okos on your opponent's low HP, basic EX or V Pokemon, basically anything that's not like Raging Bull or something like that. That's over, Raging Bull, Iron Hands, 230, 240, kind of dodges out of that Miraidon EX. But what's nice about this deck is it has an insane amount of options into a lot of meta decks right now. So predominantly, you've got Iron Hands. It's going to be your big guy for almost every single matchup where you've got Pokemon under 120 HP on your opponent's side of the board, so you can take an extra prize card when KOing them. That will help you in matches like Charizard, Dragapult, literally any Badoo. This thing is going to farm Badoo. Matchups like that where you're swinging onto those low HP Pokemon. Gardevoir, oh my gosh, Gardevoir is a huge one. Iron Hands will clutch up. We are running Raikou V. With the fleet-footed ability, you may draw a card if this Pokemon is in the active spot, and you have the Lightning Rondo attack, which used to cap out at 220. But the new addition of Pikachu EX, we're not using it for the ability, we're using it because it's a Terra Pokemon that Miraidon can search out, and Area 0 Underdepths allows Raikou to swing for massive damage, a lot of times taking Okos on V-Star Pokemon, such as Regidrago, because you can push the 280 number, especially when your opponent overbenches and puts more Pokemon when they get access to Area 0 too. So Raikou is now the hardest swinging Pokemon alongside Raichu, and I think that's why this deck is kind of making a bit of a comeback. With Raikou swinging for higher numbers, if you have to use Dynamic Spark on Raichu to absolutely torch an active Charizard EX, a Dragapult EX, you still have a Raikou which can swing for very big numbers with the new Lightning Rondo power up from Area 0. So I think that's why this deck is making a solid bit of a comeback. In terms of support Pokemon, you've got a whole bunch. We're playing one copy of Magneton, really just there if we need to use Dynamic Spark. I haven't found a reason to use it other than that. I feel like since we're playing a bunch of energy, we really don't need much energy in play. So you don't have to use Overvolt Discharge where you KO yourself to search for 3 basic energy cards from your discard pile, unless maybe there's not enough energy in your deck because you had to use like an early Squawk or something and you got rid of a whole bunch of energy. Then maybe, but it hasn't happened to me so far, knock on wood. So yeah. The other Pokemon in this deck to attack, I don't really think there is any. I mean, I guess Mew, you could use Restart. We are playing one copy of DT, not Restart, excuse me. Restart is the ability, Genome Hacking, so you can copy one of your opponent's attacks. So if you're up against Dragapult, Charizard, or something like that, you need to smack DT on Mew a turn early and then get the electric energy attached to the next turn, copy their attack. You definitely could. Support Pokemon are endless in this deck. We've got Iron Bundle to make sure we are using a Suedo Escape Rope and kind of telling our opponent to put something else in the active because we can't deal with what's staring there, which isn't bad. Definitely gets you out of some tricky situations. We're playing Lumineon V with Luminous Sign, which allows us to search for a supporter card, and since we're only playing 8, we've got 4 Arven, 4 Boss. Definitely doesn't hurt, especially when we have 4 Seal Stone on the deck. You might not want to attach it to Raikou V, especially if it has a Bravery Charm attached. So having Lumineon is very nice. We are also playing one copy of Latias, so our Pokemon have a free retreat, which honestly has been a massive help in Miraidon. I did not know how big Latias EX would be until I tried this deck, and then I was like, oh my god, Latias EX fixes so many problems where I don't really want to get down Rescue Board, I don't want to attach retreat, I don't have to worry about it as long as I get down a Nest Ball for Latias. We're playing one copy of Fezandipiti with Flip the Script because it's self-explanatory. We're going to get KO'd pretty easily. We're not a tanky deck, so if we could draw 3 cards, since we have a huge bench anyways, we don't have to worry about the bench space. It's kind of nice. And for the early game, of course, we're playing Squawk and Seize. This is a going second type of deck, so if you could discard your hand, draw 6, dig that much deeper, and find even more generators, well, you're chilling. And like I mentioned, this deck does love to go second, so if you're playing against Badoo decks, hopefully they lead Badoo, and then you can take it out on your first turn since you're going second, and you have access to Electric Generator, where you look at the top 5 cards of your deck, take 2 basic energy cards you find there, and then attach them to your benched electric Pokemon. It's kind of annoying if your opponent goes second with Badoo, but honestly, like, it happened to me once during testing, and I had a good enough hand where I got Squawk, and I was able to get 2 generators played before Badoo anyways, so then my first turn attacking, I was still able to KO Badoo with Iron Hands EX on my second turn, so I didn't even find Badoo to be that annoying. all it did was just make me keep the 3rd generator in my hand until my 3rd turn when I can start setting up a Raikou. I was up against Sinistcha in that matchup. So I ended up winning the match. Like, I think it's fine. I think since we're such a turbo build and we're flying through our deck so fast on our 1st turn, Badoo isn't live yet until their 1st attacking turn. So even if they go 2nd, as long as you have a decent enough hand where you could get maybe Nest Ball and Arven in the same hand, so you could get Miraidon, get some Pokemon down as well as Squawkabilly, I like to dig and find those generators, I think you'll be okay. So I do really like this deck into Badoo formats right now, and I think Turbo is kind of making a bit of a comeback because we're seeing the format slow down a bit from Badoo. We're seeing those stage 2 decks pop off, so I think the Turbo decks are able to get after them before they're able to set up, and I think that's a big shift in the tide, and we haven't seen that in a little bit. So I know I just made like an what do you call it, Future Box video with Iron Hands. Well, now I'm playing the other way to build Iron Hands, which is Miraidon EX, and I don't know which I'm liking more at the moment. I'm kind of having a ton of fun with both. I think both of them are swinging very, very well into the format, so I definitely hope you guys enjoy the video. I know it's been a while since I made a Miraidon video, and with that being said, before I get into it, just want to remind everyone, we got the Rogue Regionals on February 8th. Massive stream, my friends and I doing a big Rogue tournament in my apartment where we're all playing a bunch of Rogue decks. So if you want to, you know, see which Rogue deck is going to take the crown, I'll be doing a bunch of giveaways, a bunch of polls on which deck you think will win each matchup, you know, like each streamed matchup, and I'll be doing a bunch of giveaways to all the winners of that, so definitely tune in on February 8th. I also got the TCG Player affiliate link, so if you're going to TCG Player for any decks, deck accessories, whatever it is, any card game, doesn't matter, click on my link in the description down below. Clicking on my link will support the channel if you order stuff within 48 hours. Now, thank you so much for tuning into the intro. Let's hop in today's match and see how well Miraidon EX can do. Welcome to match number 1. My opponent chose to go first, which means I have like the world's best hand right now, and we're up in a mirror match with Regieleki VMAX. Okay, yeah, definitely not what I expected. I don't know, is this deck doing well? Like, do I need to make a video on this deck? Because I've seen this deck in a couple online tournaments, and it blows my mind. Because I didn't think VMAX is hanging too well in the format. Just giving up 3 prize cards when there's cards like Briar and Iron Hands with Thank You Very Much in a format seems awful, because now we're giving up 4 prize cards so often. So, like, am I missing something with this? Is this guy really worth it right now? And what is this? Pinchurchin with the follow-up Zap. I can't read that. If you're switching, please stop. If this Pokemon is stunned, oh, okay. Well, that's fine. I'm not too worried about that. That's just Iron Hands food. I think a matchup like this, our best bet is also going to be Raikou. I don't think we can KO them unless we get Area 0 down, which will need a much bigger setup, but it's definitely possible. I could use Miraidon, though. I could just Generator. We get a 3rd Generator. All right, yeah. We're going to take out this Raikou and Miraidon, most likely. So we're going to Nest Ball here, take out a Nest Ball and a Forest Seal Stone. Just check real quick what's prized. We've got both our Miraidons. We got our Raikous. I did not see... No, we do have Iron Hands. Okay. And what else am I looking for? Pikachu, Area 0. Yeah. All right. We've got those down, so that'll work. So I think the best play for us is going to be to Nest Ball, take out Miraidon, just so we can get to electric Pokemon. I'm then going to use Tandem Unit to get down Pikachu EX so we can hopefully get Area 0. If not, I'll just search it out with Forest Seal Stone with Raikou. The only other Pokemon I'm going to need to pull off this play is going to be a Latias for the free retreat, which hopefully I get one of those off this Squawk and Seize so that I can, you know, keep I can use the other ones to find the other. So let's do this here. Perfect. We're gonna get 2 energy thrown right down on Miraidon. I am going to use both the generators. You know, I could just attach retreat, and then I don't have to force it, and now that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to get all these energy set up on these Pokemon. I can attach retreat on the Squawk. I don't have to worry about getting Latias down this turn, which will help a little bit, especially because now both my bench Pokemon are fully set up turn 1. I know I didn't get the Iron Hands, but, like, you know, whatever, we'll live. So let's Squawk and Seize, discard our hand, draw 6. I know I've got the guaranteed attack, and I should be able to just Forest Seal Stone for Area 0 here, right? Because then I could use Ultra Ball. I could get rid of Arven and an energy too. Doesn't feel too bad, actually. Let's do that. Let's Forest Seal Stone. Let's go for Area 0. I want to get 3 Pokemon down just so I could try to KO Raikou. If I could KO Raikou with Raikou, that'd actually be pretty huge. Should I try it? I might. Right? Because then I can Ultra Ball. I could get rid of Arven and energy here. And then I could take out literally any other Pokemon. I'm almost thinking we go restart just to draw a bunch of cards because I'm going to play all of these Pokemon. Let's do that. Let's do that. And then I have to do some quick math. If I can't KO with Raikou, I will the turn after. So, not bad. And I don't mind Raichu being on the bench just because my opponent is playing such a tanky deck with a VMAX in play. They will be evolving this guy into Raichu Lucky VMAX. So if I need to swing for big numbers, that's nuts, actually. That's cracked. Okay, well, now I know I'm definitely swinging for KO with Raikou. So I'm going to use Raikou right now. And just get that guy down. I'll also get Latias here. I think Latias is kind of going to be our friend. Oh, I should have... Small misplay. I should have retreated before the Latias. Before the Nest Ball for Latias. Just now this energy is stuck on Squawk. I don't think it's going to be the end of the world, but it's something important to note. Why can I not use Restart? Is there something stopping me? Did I already do it? I think I already did it, actually. Yeah, that's right, because I got Fez and Nest Ball. Okay, so we'll fleet-footed here, draw an extra card, which is kind of what I was going for. And then we'll swing for 240 damage, taking a KO on my opponent's active. I definitely like taking out the Raikou here. I feel like that's going to be the best Pokemon for my opponent to set up, and taking 2 prizes turn 1 is exactly what we want to do with this deck. 240 on your first turn with almost no pressure whatsoever definitely feels very nice. My opponent is leading Raichu V. I've got boss's orders in hand, so if I need, I can retreat into another Pokemon, take a KO with Miraidon maybe, or maybe I can start working on setting up Raichu for the late game. I don't know. I definitely got options. I got 3 attackers in play, so ideally I want to close the game out with my 3 attackers, and they're playing Magneton V Star. Okay, so they've got a pile of a Miraidon deck. They got a bit of everyone in there. They got some Regieleki. They got some Magneton. I love it, man. I love seeing decks like this where, you know, you just kind of fit a little bit of everything, and if it works and you pull it off, well, man, they're terrifying. But I know sometimes consistency could be an issue, so I think we want to target down specific Pokemon that maybe they're having trouble setting up, or setting up and not getting like fully evolved or something like that. In terms of the game plan, definitely want to boss up this guy. It could evolve, and once it evolves, we're not going to be able to swing too well on it, which could be a problem. And they go Survival Brace on Raichu, that's fine, and Research. Okay, so they had a bit of a perfect hand. They need a couple generators to hit before I'm truly terrified, though, specifically on Miraidon. They need, what, 2 generators hitting 2 and 1 energy apiece. If they just hit 1 energy each, they'll need a manual attach. And there's 1 to Raichu. Okay, so they're not even bothering with Miraidon, which I love. I don't think I'm going to try to take Raichu, though. I think ideally, this is what I was saying, sorry. I want to go after Magneton, because once it evolves, we're not going to be able to one-shot it, unless we use Raichu, which I'd rather just not do for Magneton V-Star. I'd rather boss KO it with Raikou. Then all I have to do is find another boss, which I can use Arven for, because I can use Arven for, what do you call it? Our A-Spec, which actually I think I forgot to cover. Secret Box. Then I could discard 3 cards, search for anything, just guarantees a perfect hand. So my opponent's going to Stun Needle there, swing for 80 damage. It's actually kind of nuts. And we're paralyzed. Okay, well, this is annoying, especially because they are swinging for KO on the next turn. Is there any way I could follow up with this? Even if I use Iron Bundle, they will just be retreating this turn for free with Regieleki VMAX. I could use Boss's Orders and take out a Magneton, take up Magneton V. It's got 2 retreat. It's not a high chance they'll be retreating it. That might be our best bet. Just to try to have Raikou live this turn. I don't play any switch outs or anything like that because we bank on free retreat. There's not many paralysis decks in the format, so usually it's not the biggest worry. So you know what? Yeah, let's do that. I think that's our best shout. Is just bring up this guy. If our active gets KO'd and we fall a little bit, you know, we tie up on prizes, it's not the end of the world. Yeah, we're paralyzed here. We're just going to pass for our opponent. See if they have a switch card in hand. They have no draw engine, so they either have a switch card or they don't. They're not going to be able to attach 2 energy to the active as far as I know of, unless they play something like Energy Switch, which could be bad. So, I don't know. We'll see what my opponent's got in store for us. They got a manual attached to Raichu. They could swing 180 now and tandem unit to get a 5th Pokemon down. Because it's an electric Pokemon, I know they got no draw engine, so my opponent could end up in a like Bricky scenario where they don't have the best cards in hand. They might not be able to play the game, but there is an Arven. So if they play a switch card, we're gonna see it here. They will swing for KO with Pincurchin, and you know, there it is. Am I even saying that right? I'd never know how to say this Pokemon. Pincurchin? I don't know. Don't yell at me. I'm trying my best. So my opponent does have the follow-up Kurzap, right? Or does it not work because I gusted them? I actually don't know, to be honest. They should be able to use it. Unless they have to Stun Needle again. No, they can. Okay, I was going to say, unless I gusted them to the bench and it got reset, that is something I guess could happen, but I would be kind of surprised. So we now, it's now our turn. Ideally, we almost go Iron Hands here to take 2 prize cards on Pinchurchin. Although, I could try to just set up Iron Hands. If I hit a generator for 2 energy and then get the double turbo to attach, that could be kind of nuts. And we could try to pull that off too. Because I could Arven, but then if I Arven, I can't boss. I could flip the script first, see what I draw into. That maybe feels a little bit better than Ultra Ball, because I don't want to get rid of what's in my hand right now, even to make a restart play better, because I kind of need Arven, Ultra Ball, and Night Stretcher is huge too. So let's just do this. All right, now my hand's a little dead. So let's Ultra Ball. We'll take out Raikou Arven, question mark, and then fail it, just to kind of get energy out of the deck. And then we're going to use Arven. We're going to use Arven for Secret Box. And we've got 3 cards in hand. You know what? Actually, I'll get rid of all of them too. How many energy do we have left in the deck? We only have 2. Oh my gosh. So the chance of me actually hitting both those energy off generator are not high at all. So I'll take a Rescue Board. I'll get rid of this too, and I'll just keep 1 energy in hand just in case. So we'll Secret Box here. We'll get rid of Night Stretcher Rescue Board energy. And we'll take out our last generator. Oop, that's not a generator. Or still not a generator. Generator boss, and then Area 0 Underdepths question mark or no? I should take it out to thin the hand, but then restart could draw me another couple cards that most likely are not energy. So you know what? We're not gonna take it. I'm gonna use but you know what? I kind of have to use generator first. Maybe I should have taken... nah, it still would have clogged the hand up. Let's use generator and pray. And then we hopefully... Nope. I'm surprised we even get 1, though, so I really can't complain there, like, at all. Well, smack it on Iron Hands. I could still draw out my double turbo energy. We still have a good bit of draw power left in the deck. And I could use Iron Bundle if absolutely necessary, too. Because then I'll most likely be taking 2 prize cards this turn. You know what? It'll force them to switch. I'll take another 2 prize cards. It actually feels kind of huge. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see who they give me. If they give me Regieleki VMAX, all we have to do is KO Pinchurchin. I'm never going to say that right. I'm so sorry. If they give me Raichu, we can't one-shot that guy either, though, to be fair. That makes things a little more complicated. Okay. So I guess here we manual attach to Raichu. They have to get rid of, like, all their energy in play to pull off this KO. No, it's starting on Iron Hands. I'm going to leave this guy. I'm going to promote Miraidon. I'm going to be swinging a Miraidon here. Let's go restart for 2. Hopefully draw into something a little bit bigger. And Boss Double Turbo Energy is honestly phenomenal. Okay, solid. So then we'll promote Miraidon here. We'll swing Tandem Unit for 220. I could use Tandem Unit just to take out 1 more Pokemon from the deck. I don't think there's anybody left. A Magnemite maybe could be worth it, actually. Because if we get this Magneton, I can get 3 energy from the discard pile. So I was talking all this smack on Magnemite not being the most useful, me not using it well, and here I am. Like, you know what? I've got 5 energy in the discard pile. I've got 1 left in the deck. I really could use this guy here. So my opponent's going to heal because of Survival Brace. They get rid of the tool. And now we have to see if they could get enough energy in play to take a KO on us. They definitely can. They definitely can. But then I'm curious how they follow up, because they'll have to get rid of almost all their energy in play unless they play so many generators and get that many extra energy in play. My opponent's definitely not down for the count, but Survival Brace plus that Pinchurchin attack have actually disrupted us pretty well. And I was talking smack on this deck, saying there's a lot in it, a lot going on. I have no idea what's coming next, but they are navigating this matchup well, and they use Boss's Orders, leaving Miraidon with me to take out Iron Hands with 2 energy. Okay, that is a little problematic, but not the end of the world. They attach a 4th energy to Raikou, but then, if I'm not mistaken, they're going to have to get rid of all of their energy, 6, 12, 18, 24. Yeah, they're going to have to get rid of anything, and a Pokestop. Alright, well, now we got to get rid of 3 Pokemon. So, Squawk's going to have to go, Mew's going to have to go, and, man, I really don't want to get rid of Latias either, but I might have to. I believe I've got another Night Stretcher in the deck. I definitely don't want to get rid of Magnemite. Let's get rid of Latias here. It's the most cuttable. I might need Raichu when my opponent takes the KO, which is why I don't want to get rid of this guy. It's got some much needed energy in play. I need my 2 backup attackers, especially when I'm falling a bit behind here. You know, at least we're not banking on Raikou for the rest of the match. Those are already in the discard pile, so, you know, maybe I could pull one back. They wouldn't be too hard to set up, but we are down, I believe, all 4 of our generators too, yeah. So I've got no extra energy set up possible. I pretty much just have to manual attach to Raikou and figure something out there. Yeah, this is going to get tricky. It's going to get tricky very fast, especially without Iron Hands. Luckily for me, though, my opponent has 0 energy in play, so that is a small saving grace. I guess for now, we can just go in with Miraidon. My opponent's got 7 cards in hand. Yeah, Miraidon's probably our best bet here. And then I could retreat it next turn. If I pull off a Magnemite play, that would be pretty sweet, too. I can flip the script. I can take a boss KO on something big, like a Raikou V Max, which also feels pretty good. For now, we'll Heavy Ball, see if anything useful is in my prizes. I don't think so yet. We've just got a couple needed energy at this point. And then I think we just go flip the script. Draw 3. I don't know what we're looking for. I don't think there's anything too insane. Countercatcher. Honestly, Countercatcher goes kind of nuts. But who would I even take up for 220? I could take out Magnezone V. And just leave that Raichu with 10 HP left. So I can use almost any attack possible. I can use Electro Ball on Magnemite if I must to take the KO on that guy. That actually doesn't feel like the worst play, to be fair. Maybe we do that. That would be really, really funny. If I had an energy in hand, I would try to retreat and just take a single prize KO with Magnemite this turn because my opponent could win. But sadly, doesn't seem like I'm going to be that fortunate. You know what else I could do? Actually, I could smack this energy on Fezandipiti. So if I need to use Cruel Arrow and snipe the bench with this guy, I could do that too. So we've got options. Let's Photon Blast here, take our 2 prize cards. We've got game. If they use Iono or something like that, we'll figure it out. Luckily enough for me, my opponent, I believe, has played 2 generators, which they still have a good bit. And we've got the electric energy needed for Electro Ball too, so I could actually take the KO on Raichu. And they promote Raikou V Max. They've only used 1 generator. Oh my gosh, yeah, so they could totally set up Raichu again if they want. That would be the scariest thing, to be fair, if they're able to pull off a KO. They got Vacuum. I'm not too scared of Vacuum getting rid of anything super useful. Bravery Charm, I guess that could hurt. But again, they still need a bunch of generators kind of in hand. They don't have Fezandipiti or anything like that. So, as of right now, at least. So, they're not drawing an insane amount of cards. They most likely have another Arven up. There's 1 generator, yeah. I figured, man. I mean, they've got 3 left in the deck. Well, 2 now. I figured 1 or 2 of them are in their hand. I kind of just need to get a little lucky and see a whiff. You know, if they get 2, they could... Oh, I was going to say set up Miraidon. But no, they're going for a Raichu line. That might do it. They're swinging 180 and they go research. Yeah, all right. The mirror match may not go the best in match number 1, especially when they got 2 VMAXs in play, allowing their basics to do 30 extra damage. They are swinging for a full 60, and they're not even done. I always get upset when my opponents do this. I'm like, you know what? You got the KO, dude. All you got to do is swing for 180. Pull off your Raichu play, but no, you're going to try to do it with Miraidon. You got all your generators. All right, now we're being rude. I won't concede, though. I'll give it to my opponent. They need this. They clearly want this. They want to swing for as much damage as possible. I'm not going to shut them out from it. I'm just a little upset that they're doing it. But it was that Pinchurchin play. That thing actually made the difference. Yo, maybe that's the play in Miraidon one of. I mean, they got insanely lucky with that heads flip. If they didn't flip heads there, we would have taken off on them, but... Sadly, luck of the draw, I was not able to clutch this one up. Bravery Charm wouldn't have done it anyways. They would have swung for more damage with Raichu. So they're not even doing all this to swing for max damage. They're just taking their KO. Well, KO's a KO. We are down 1 match, but that's okay because for my next match, I actually do have one from the stream from, I believe, a week ago. I was playing this deck. I just had a bunch going on last week, so I wasn't able to get out a Miraidon video. I do have a stream match, so for the first time ever on this channel, I will be posting a stream match, a clip, not a clip of it, but a clip of the stream with the whole match, just because it was amazing. Playing this exact 60, and I definitely want to show it off. So I will see you guys in match number 3 today. So this is just the Surging Sparks format in a different font. So whenever the set comes out, I usually kind of put aside the list of decks I had, because I always try to keep a big list of decks to make, right? I'll lead Latias here. We got a great hand. I usually make a big list of decks I need to make, just to make it easier during work and school, you know, for me to get decks. And actually, I didn't even realize my opponent chose to go second. Or did I do that? Was I a bum? I don't remember. No, they chose to go second. Okay, that's fine. So we are definitely gonna squawk. We're gonna play Iron Hands. I'm gonna smack down Area 0 Underdepths, as well as an attach an energy to Iron Hands. I can put a rescue board on Squawk. That doesn't hurt too bad either. I mean, we got the free retreat because of Latias, but there's not much I can do about that. This is better. This is actually pretty good too. So we'll heavy ball here, see if I get anything good. We got 4 energy in the prize cards. It's interesting. I can play Mew, play Pikachu, rip a generator. What am I Night Stretching for? Magneton. Alright, yeah, I really don't need that. We'll play a generator and take 2 energy. Oh my god. I hate this bug so much. This bug has been a thing forever, and it makes me so upset. I literally can't select. I'm clicking. I'm sure you hear it. It just doesn't work. Clicking and drag. Yeah, nothing. Alright, well, we're just taking 1 energy, I guess. Didn't even want to. 2 is dumb anyways. I'll restart for 1. Draw another generator. Alright, that's fine. And take just 1 more energy. So I guess I got my 2 energy. Would have been cool if I could have got an Iron Hand set up that turn, but whatever. A bug, so yeah, bug makes me upset. Anyways, this set coming out, it's like I feel like there's so little decks, and now I have to pull back that list. I'm like, all right, it's just Surging Sparks, the same exact thing. What was I gonna play? It's like my whole vibe was messed up. This has never happened before since I made the channel. I mean, I'm still kind of new. I guess I'm not. I can't really say like I'm new, being like a content creator or anything anymore. But it's just weird. This is the first time it's happened to me where a set is almost entirely reprints, and I'm like, I got into such a rhythm on how to make lists. Almost like half throw away my ultimate list of decks. It just because it goes, it's all online. I move it into a bigger pile if I really have no idea what to play. But you know, I start fresh with every new set. This set, I'm like, there's nothing here. Can't do anything. They got Arven. We'll see if they go for Nest Ball, Force Stone. They go Buddy Buddy Poffin. Okay, maybe they have a Nest Ball for Rotom V. They definitely needed more dinos because I've got a free retreat and KO with Iron Hands. I'd love to take 2 prize cards if I could, but I don't know if I'll be able to get there. Or did they get rid of it? No, they got a Dark Energy. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. I mean, if we could pull off... I don't think we could pull off Secret Box. No. Because I don't have 3 cards in my hand to discard. Nest Ball doesn't totally save me here, does it? I mean, I could still retreat, swing with Iron Hands. It's not the end of the world. Right? Take out, like, Miraidon here. Use Miraidon's Tandem Muted to get down a Raikou, maybe a Raichu in this match. Or another Miraidon. Actually, let's do that. Let's get down another Miraidon. And then I can use this Miraidon to fill up my last bench spot. Although I don't know if I want to fill it up yet. Why not? I'm thinking too much. I'm playing Miraidon. I just gotta go with the vibes. Go with literally whatever just appears into my mind. Let's restart for 1 there. Literally the biggest deck. Top deck in the world. Alright. Retreat into Iron Hands. Thank you very much. 2 prize cards. Not bad, not bad. Good chance I'm getting 2 energy out of my prize cards. We know 4 of them are in there. And I'll see when I can pull off a Secret Box next turn. Yep, there's 2 energy, so I can get rid of everything in my hand. And then I can get a new hand with Secret Box, which will be huge. My opponent leads Pidgey. You know, I really don't mind taking a KO on Pidgey if possible with Raikou. Although Hydreigon's only scary if Hydreigon's in play, so if I could just boss KO Hydreigon, I'll probably do that too. Yeah, we'll be alright. We'll be alright. Kind of bullying my opponent. They also could not get set up properly. I had a weird turn 1, but I picked up fine. They go Counter Catcher, bring up Raichu. I got Latias, so I got a free retreat. And they get rid of my Secret Box, and I draw 4 new cards. So it's not the end of the world. I've kind of got a great setup, so I'm not complaining too much. I got Force Stone, Bravery Charm, Nest Ball, Iron Bundle. 2 of these cards are thinnable. I can use Raikou. Oh, actually, you know what I can do? I can put the Force Stone on Raichu. Doesn't really matter. I guess I'll go Raikou. I'll put Bravery. That's annoying. Okay. So we're definitely going to get rid of this guy. probably going to get rid of one Miraidon. I could go... I don't really want to get rid of Mew. I get rid of Raikou. And I need to get rid of one more. This is where things get complicated. Maybe one Miraidon has to go. I don't really think I have a choice. I need the free retreat. I really like Mew. I want Pikachu to get Area 0 again. Definitely not getting rid of Iron Hands. Yeah, let's get rid of Miraidon. What? That's not enough? 1, 2... Oh. What? What? I'm so confused. 2, 3... Oh my god, I have to get rid of another? Okay. Miraidon it is, I guess. This is bad. I feel like I couldn't get rid of Mew here. I kind of need that restart. Oh boy. Maybe I guess I could have got rid of Mew. I could have Night Stretchered Mew back. Whatever. I just gotta find Area 0 Underdepths. I got Force Seal Stone, and I got 1 V Pokemon in play. So as long as my opponent is not taking a KO, which they are calling for family, so they shouldn't be, we can Force Seal Stone onto my active to search out Secret Box. From its Secret Box, I can discard Nest Ball, Iron Bundle, and my top deck because I'll probably attach Bravery Charm to maybe Iron Hands, and they just get Rotom down and they pass. Okay, so don't mind if I take two prize cards on your active Pidgey. It feels pretty good. Actually, no. I'll chase down Dino. Chase down Dinos though. Can I handle getting rid of an energy? Absolutely, I can. And I'll throw a Bravery Charm down on Pikachu. Kind of need this Pikachu to stay up so I can get access to that Area 0. Let's start Alchemy. Take out Secret Box. Yeah, we're chilling. We're alright. Get rid of all 3 cards, and now I'm able to go Boss KO on Dino. I prized my other Area 0. Gosh, Chris, I love when you prize check. Okay. So, I guess in that case, maybe we do take out Pidgey. Do I know what they have in hand? Do I know if they got... They do have a Force Seal Stone, don't they? No, they got rid of it. Wasn't that, like, way earlier? And they played Iono, so it's not necessarily in their hand again. We got 4 cards in their hand. I don't know what they are. Nothing was revealed. If I Arven, I could get out another generator. It doesn't totally help me, so, though, to be fair. I'll do it, though. Because, actually, no. Because then if they do actually pull off a Hydreigon, I can hopefully get a KO with a Raichu since I'll be retreating this guy. So let's take a generator here. Yeah, I like this. Alright, we're chilling. I'm going to retreat. Promote Iron Hands. Use generator. Smack. Perfect. And there's no bug. Love it. Smack 2 energy down on Raichu. I'll generator again. Take 2 more energy. Oh, feels so good. Smack those on Pikachu, restart for 3. Alright, we're chilling. Price checks are for noobs, am I right? Yeah, not totally. Says the man, regretting not price checking, but no, yeah, absolutely. Price checking is for bums. I should do it more often. Well, I'll jump up 4 prize cards against my opponent's Hydreigon deck. Taking 2 more energy. Area 0 Underdepths still in the prize cards. That's just how it be. That is just how it be. Alright. They got Flip the Script for 3 cards. They get a massive hand. What do they need to KO? They need Rare Candy Hydreigon EX, which they could probably KO, or pull off, as well as Defiance Band to take a KO on Iron Hands EX. If my opponent can do that, they will stop me from OHKOing them with Raichu, but I could just go Boss on Rotom and take game that way. So I think we kind of just got game on in hand. We don't have game on board. We don't have the auto win. But, and there's counter catcher. Alright, that's fine actually. You take out Raichu. That is, nope, that's problematic. And they go Iono. Oh yeah. Okay. That's bad. Bye-bye, boss. Hello, boss. Good morning. How do I do this? Yeah, no, actually, them taking out Raichu there, that was the best play they could have done. Counter catcher, KO Raichu. I don't really have a great follow-up here. Crashing Headbutt for 200. Yep. That'll do it. And they get rid of the fish! It's fine, actually. I didn't really need the fish too much. Okay. What am I doing here? They don't have a single prize Pokemon in play, so I guess that just means I'm promoting Iron Hands. And hopefully drawing something more playable. That is definitely not playable. I kind of need to dig a little deeper with a restart. I could bench Iron Hands. Is there a better Pokemon to get in a scenario like this? I don't think so. I think the best hope for us... What actually do I even look for? This Collapse Stadium is kind of destroying me. Could hope they don't have an energy in hand, but their hand is massive. I still think I just need to go for the restart for 2. I'm going to take up Fezandipiti. Bench Iron Hands, restart for 2. I think our best play is going to go for DTE on Mew at some point. For now, we'll manual attach to Mew and swing with Arm Press. Just get a bit of extra damage. We're not taking a KO. My opponent needs to attach or retreat to pull off Hydreigon EX's attack. If I do top deck DTE and they retreat into Hydreigon, I could actually promote use genome hacking to copy Obsidian, and then I can take it 2 last prize cards on Fezandipiti EX. My opponent gets Blood Moon Nurse Luna down. It's another lethal attacker. They need 1 energy to pull off the attack, and they got Crispin. So they do have the attach. They do have an energy in hand. I'm curious to see who they retreat into, though. I am very curious. They put the Metal Energy in hand. They got the Dark Energy on Fezandipiti. The Metal Energy can go on Hydreigon, and they can just use Obsidian and threaten... No, they can't do Obsidian. They have to... Okay, if they Blood Moon Nurse Luna, though, they can't attack next turn, which is pretty big. But they do take a KO on my Pokemon with energy, so that's annoying. Okay. Alright. DT, I need you now. I need you now more than ever. Who am I promoting? Really doesn't matter, to be fair. I've either got it or I don't. We'll promote the Latias. I got free retreat. Got the free retreat. I don't think there's anything I can do about this. I actually did get the DTE. That's insane. However, I need boss's orders. So I can bench Magnemite, smack double turbo energy on Mew. If I get boss, I'm chilling. If I don't, well, that's game, and I do not get boss. I could retreat into Iron Hands and hope they can't pull off an attack next turn. If they can, I lose no matter what. So you know what? I'll give them Magnemite then. Then we'll pass. At least it's a single prizer. If they KO my active, they KO my active. This isn't good. That's insane. I did actually get the DTE. I need boss top deck. I got the DTE. I need 1 more top deck, and there's a lot of boss on the deck. I played 4 boss's orders in this list. You got 3 more in the deck. My hand is not very thinnable though. We got 2 energy, which are all unplayable. If they take a KO on Magnemite, I've got game. I got Counter Catcher. I just need them to clutch up and KO my Magnemite. But they probably can't move out of the active, and they can't attack this turn. They go PAL pad. Yeah, this is a mess. This is a mess, dude. This Collapse Stadium destroyed me. Okay. Alright. What I would do to be able to use Topaz Bolt on Pikachu. They go Arven, Crispin. Makes sense. Makes sense. The second that Hydreigon is in the active, though, I can take game. So I do just need them to use Obsidian 1 time. That would warm my heart. They can't do anything unless they switch out. They cannot flip the script. We did not take a KO. They can instant charge, however, draw into a much bigger hand. I got no hand disruption in this list. So whatever they play, they got. And there's Forest Steel Stone. So if they need something, here it is. How do they have game? They get a switch card, boss's orders. They did not play a supporter. They probably play 1 switch, right? Yeah, probably. I'd imagine they do. They definitely play boss's orders. That's for sure. They go Rod. Okay, definitely not what I expected. What are we rotting back? What are we rotting back? It's already been an hour on stream already. Oh my gosh. They get 3 energy back into their deck. Safe to say they're decking out after we are, but I mean, if it really comes down to that, we got games. So, not too worried about that one there. Huh. And they go Lumineon. Okay. Well, if I've ever seen a boss KO. For something like Iron Hands that I can't set up. They go Crispin. No way. Yo, tell me you're going to Crispin to your active to retreat into Hydreigon. Please do it. Oh, that would be so cool. That'd be awesome. They got the Psychic Energy in hand. Smack it on Blood Moon Nurse Luna. Perfect. Thank you. There's their supporter for turn. They cannot Counter Catcher. They can't use boss's orders. They got the retreat into Hydreigon. to use Obsidian. I got the attach, retreat, copy, genome hacking, copy Obsidian, take the KO on Fezandipiti, close out the game. They're going to crashing headbutt, get rid of 3 cards. Was boss for top deck? No, it was our next card. That's insane. It's actually nuts. So, anyways, luckily, my opponent didn't see the vision. Did not see the vision. We are going to genome hacking, copy Obsidian, do our thing, take a KO here, and smack this on Blood Moon Ursula because he caused us some problems. Boom. Second match. Take 2 prize cards. Good match. That was an awesome match. That was actually insane. What a time to use DT. That's why we keep DT in the deck. For all those people who have played Miraidon 10 times and never used DT once, thought it was useless, it's not. That thing gets you out of a lot of tough situations. Welcome to match number 3. We are going second, and again, just a banger. This hand actually might be even better than our game 1 hand, and we're up against a water deck based on the sleeves, which hopefully feels a bit better. I know I'm 1-1 after the 3 matches played through. But that first loss, I mean, it's only been like 10 seconds for me, so that first loss is still fresh in my mind, and it felt mighty annoying, man. It goes to show how powerful a coin flip for paralysis can be. I mean, that whole setup with Pinchurchin was just changed the entire tide of the game on a very unintimidating attacker. My opponent is leading Hutu and Fan Rotom. Definitely Iron Hands food, and this is the hand where I can pull off an Iron Hands play. At least it feels like it so far. I can Arven for 4 Seal Stone and Nest Ball. I can, or actually another generator might be better here because we have Nest Ball, so I could use Miraidon to get Raichu down now. So I could put 4 Seal Stone on that guy. Find the DTE if I absolutely need, but I think double generator would be better because if I don't have to DTE and I could save that for a Mew EX maybe in the late game as a potential attacker, or a second Iron Hands, that would be nuts. So we'll see what my opponent's got in store for us. They fan call and just take out 1 jewel-seeking Noctowl. Attach and pass. Okay, well, this is the game where I'm going to get after it early. And Ultra Ball here doesn't feel awful. For now, let's bench Miraidon, get Iron Hands down. Let's use Miraidon to search my deck for some basic Pokemon. I definitely want a Raikou, and we prize our other Iron Hands. It's not the end of the world. Okay, we have Latias. That's like the most important thing I needed to check for. Let's take out 2 Raikous maybe, right? Because I can Force Heal to 1, and then I've got 1 space left to use Nest Ball for a, what do you call it? Oh no, I need Pikachu. Oh, Pikachu's Braz. Alright, well, Raikou feels a little worse, but they're playing Water Energy. Hopefully you can swing for weakness, and it won't matter. So I could go for Air Zero Underdepths, but I was not able to pull off that play, which is okay. For now, we'll just get a Latias down, so I can pull off the free retreat. I will use Arven. Go for a generator and 4 Seal Stone, which, thank gosh, is in the deck. I definitely didn't check if it was prized. We'll smack down this 4 Seal Stone, use the generator, find 0 energy, which feels bad, but, you know, hopefully we'll figure it out. And there is 2. So now, as long as DT is in the deck, I can search that out with Raikou, and then I can use Ampy Very Much for 100 damage and swing for KO. I was not actually able to pull off anything too crucial. Yeah, that kind of hurts. I could go for generator with Star Alchemy and hope I get 1 energy since I have the manual touch, but that's just a lot scarier. I'd rather just jump up if I can. Whew. Excuse me. Sneeze came out of nowhere. I'd rather just use Ampy Very Much if possible. Save this energy for next turn. So we'll retreat, go into hands, especially against my opponent's setup. I feel like just Ampy Very Much for 2 prize cards on a Hoodoo when my opponent did absolutely nothing on their first turn feels pretty good. And that's more of the power of Iron Hands. You know, your opponent has a bit of a rough setup and you just have to capitalize on it. You got to swing hard, get after it very fast, and just, you know, force the game to go in your favor as soon as possible. And that's kind of what turbo decks do. You know, like, picture this was like a Charizard deck. They got 1 Charmander, 1 Pidgey down, you know, something like that. You know, you try to gust it up, you take out one of either Pidgey or Charizard, and all of a sudden your opponent, you know, has a lot harder time playing the game. And it's not a hard combo to pull off since you like to go second. My cat is yelling at me. Yo, what up, Happy? What's good? She just finished eating. So, you know, I think she's looking for her sock. I've got a blind cat, if you don't know. I buy her all these toys. We're up against a Chimpao deck. Definitely didn't expect that. You know, I buy her all these toys, all these sound-based toys, just because she's blind, and she's been blind only since the summer. She's almost, what, you're 2.5 now, Happy? And yeah, like, she didn't play with any of them. Butter Catnip, all this, nothing. She didn't play, wasn't rocking with any of them. And then a sock fell out of my hamper when I was doing laundry, and she was in love with it, flipping over herself, attacking the sock. Now I think she's just yelling at me because, you know, the sock isn't near her. It actually is. It's maybe like a foot away from her, so she could find it. It smells like me. It's literally like a worn sock. So, you know what? Whatever. It's, if that's the toy you want to play with, that's the toy you want to play with. My opponent gets a Frigibax down. I honestly have no idea what else they did this turn. I really wasn't paying too much attention. So it's on me, but I can't amp you very much again. Take another couple prize cards, and then I think the best play for us might be to just bench a Raikou. Now, assuming my opponent takes a KO next turn on Iron Hands, I can Heavy Ball for Pikachu EX, I can use Area 0 Underdepths, get a big bench, swing for KO with Raikou. It's just a double manual attach. So, I kind of like this play the most. For now, it'd be very much 200. We're taking another 2 prize cards. Again, if you're not setting up, if you're not taking 2 prize cards after an amp turn, you pretty much have lost the game already, because now I'm 4 prize cards ahead. Pikachu's still in the prizes, which is mind-boggling, but that's okay. My opponent goes into TM PAL. We'll see if they have Rare Candy, Excalibur in hand, and another Survival Brace deck. That's insane. You know, is this tool making a comeback? Did people start taking Vacuum instead of deck? Because I feel like Vacuum is still in a bunch of decks. But we'll see. I mean, they could have Rare Candy backs and just a whole bunch of energy in play to KO are active. They only need 4, and they go for a Nest Ball, probably for Fez, if I had to take a guess. Drawing 3 here would probably guarantee them the KO. So, we'll see what they got. But I like this deck. I like the flow of it. I think Miraidon, I think just Iron Hands in general is just a good counter to Badoo. I think, honestly, there's a bunch of people freaking out. Like, I've seen a lot on Twitter. People don't like Badoo. I've seen, you know, just a couple comments of stuff. It being hard for people to work around. And actually, you know what? This might seal the game here. Depending on what this generator hits. If it hits 2 energy, good eye streaks. Very quick match number 3. I think Iron Hands, Turbo decks like this, you're watching how fast this is playing. We're not missing a beat. Even that first game, man, like, we didn't really miss a beat. We just got unlucky with the paralysis, which just happens sometimes. But this match, I mean, we cleaned it up. 3 turns, 2 prizes each, 2, 4, 6. Iron Hands is able to do that for you. A bit of luck on a final generator, and we didn't even play that much energy, so, you know, we still had an insane amount of energy in the deck. I guess it wasn't the most improbable thing. You know, you just clean up so nicely. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I definitely had a blast making this one, and again, just want to say, actually, one, if you haven't seen the poll on my YouTube channel, go check out the poll. I'm talking a bit more about when I'm streaming. I'm going to be streaming every Saturday morning, and then on probably a bunch of Sunday mornings, but not every Sunday morning, but the Sunday morning streams, I'm thinking about playing a bunch of other random games that are like rogue-like in a sense, or card game-like, you know, like Inscription, Balatro, maybe Poke Rogue, you know, maybe I'll play the Pokemon VGC for a day on stream, just a bunch of stuff like that. So if you're into that and you just like listening to me yap and you want to, you know, play some other games, maybe Minecraft for a game for a stream or two, just because that's probably my all-time favorite game, you know, a bunch of stuff, just let me know. Let me know if there's any games you want to see, any decks you want me to play. Just come hang out, join the Discord server too while you're at it. Let's have a, you know, just a good time building community. It's been great so far, so thank you guys so much. And I am sorry, I'm off on a tangent after this video should have been over a minute ago, so my bad. For real though, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate y'all. With that being, whoa, I appreciate y'all. That wasn't English. With that being said, stay epic. Peace.